Good morning, everyone. You know, sometimes this job has its perks, and this is one of them right now. Want to welcome to the show a guy hopefully will become our newest and bestest friend. Everybody in Iowa is familiar with Wells Blue Bunny. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the program, Mike Wells. Good to see you, man.
Well, it's good to be seen. It's good to be here this morning.
You made a heck of a trip. Now, tell everybody where you came from to be here with us today.
So I left Le Mars, Iowa, the ice cream capital of the world this morning, but yesterday I was in Michigan in a NASCAR race.
Listen to this, yeah.
Exactly.
He goes, you don't like NASCAR, do you? We just hit it off like this. So you went and checked out the NASCAR race. And this is not something you just did on a whim. You've been involved with this in a little bit. We'll talk about that in just a little while because Wells Blue Bunny is involved in fundraising involving Old Seven Time, as in Jimmy Johnson. That is really cool. We'll talk about your campaign with that in just a little bit. But first, we need to talk about your ice cream.
Let's talk about ice cream.
Because recently, you guys remember on this program, we told you about the fact that there was an ice cream rating that came out, and somebody got the rating wrong.
Exactly.
And they declared that Blue Bunny ice cream, the chocolate ice cream in particular, was the second best ice cream in the nation. How did they get that so wrong?
I don't have the slightest idea because obviously their taste buds were off that day.
It could have been.
We have really we've built a real following around our chocolate. It's always been very rich. Great on the palate, and chocolate's always been one of our mainstays.
Now, is that really the chocolate vanilla, and is there a third one, or is it mainly chocolate and vanilla that are your mainstays?
Well, back in the old day, it was chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
Strawberry, right.
Today, vanilla is about a third of the total category, but number two for us is not actually chocolate. It's things like Bunny Tracks.
It is.
Our new salted caramel offerings. People like ooh and goo and lots of flavor. And chocolate, I think, is relegated to like number 5 or number 6 in the total line. Yeah.
How does coffee ice cream fall in line there?
You know, coffee's a love-hate. A true story, my wife owns a coffee house, and I don't drink a drop of coffee. And so there are people in the same home that love coffee.
See that?
And there's that don't, and it ends up
all right, let's talk about the history of the company, because we know that the ice cream capital of the world is right here in Iowa. We know that, Le Mars, right?
Right.
Okay, and do you still own the biggest ice cream freezer in the world?
We do. So actually, lots of big things in Le Mars, Iowa. So for those that aren't familiar, Le Mars is about 25 miles north of Sioux City. Sits up in northwest Iowa. Population just under 10,000. We've been there since 1913.
1913.
Yeah, fun story. So
Yeah.
my grandfather's brother, if we go all the way back to my great-grandfather, he left Chicago, took his family to South Dakota to homestead in the early 1900s. Dust Bowl sets in. His kids are like, I'm out of here. They head back to Chicago. My grandfather's younger brother got as far as Le Mars, Iowa, ran out of money, went to work for a hog farmer. Cholera killed the hogs, moved into town and started peddling milk for a milk farmer. And on October 23rd of 1913, he bought a horse, a wagon, 10 tin cans, and quote-unquote the goodwill of the company for $250. And that's where Wells got started.
That's how it got,
yeah.
1913?
Yeah, my grandfather joined him in 1919, and that's when they started the ice cream business. And that's what we've been doing ever since.
Now, where did the name Blue Bunny come from? Because Wells, because you see Wells attached to Wells Blue Bunny, as a lot of people will call it.
Right. So our corporation is, because, again, I have a corporate name.
Corporate,
yeah, is Wells Enterprises, and inside of that we have brands like Blue Bunny and Bomb Pop and some other really well-known brands.
Bomb Pops, by the way, the Warhead Bomb Pops.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
They're rocks.
Yeah,
absolutely.
they rock. Yeah,
absolutely. So in the mid-20s, we had at that time Fairmont Creamery approached the Wells brothers and said, hey, your ice cream business is really pretty good, and we think we'd like to buy your ice cream business. And in a very fortuitous move, they sold the ice cream portion of the business to Fairmont Creamery. That money got our family through the Depression.
Got it.
About 1934, we go back into the ice cream business, and they say, hey, we didn't have a non-compete, but we did buy the rights to use your name for X number of years. So we had to name the ice cream contest. And we had a graphic artist in Sioux City who did the caricature at the encouragement of his son. His son saw blue rabbits in the window of the Martin department store. Now, I'll tell you the rest of that story. I had thought, well, they got to be dyed. Well, as we have reintroduced Blue, our new Blue Bunny spokesperson.
BLU, right?
BLU.
Mm-hmm.
Blue is a Beverin, and Beverins come in white, black, and a bluish tint
You gotta be kidding.
No,
I didn't know that.
Legitimate Blue Bunny. That's why blue is blue.
That's why blue is blue.
So we're thinking that must be what this kid saw back in 1935.
Sure.
So his family won a whole $25. My dad's 90 years old, the only living second generation patriarch of the business. And he will tell you, nobody in our family liked the name, but it was the best bad name of the contest. And the guy got his $25, and we've been Blue Bunny ever since.
That is awesome. What a great connection. What a great story. I didn't realize that was I thought the same thing. Seeing the commercials, hey, they dyed a rabbit blue. But
well, you know, in today's environment, we have to digitally. So blue's digitally.
Right,
you know, we do the whole digital thing, and he moves around and all that stuff. And we may have added a titch of color, but blue is actually.
That is awesome.
Bevrons are blue rabbits.
I didn't realize that.
Yes, sir.
And you guys, your logo has stayed somewhat consistent for the last couple of years now, which is
nice. Yeah,
nice.
we introduced a new logo a little over 2 years ago, and tried to bring some of that heritage back, and got some of the nostalgia, and really tried to make Blue Bunny more distinctive.
And you have the new containers too. I like the new containers. The size is, I think, is very convenient.
We've actually got a couple of them here.
Okay.
The novelties, what we call the novelties.
Let's open these. Let's not just look at these. Let's open these up. Okay, we'll find out what they are.
Like do this legit and put it on a plate or
exactly.
something.
So what's the fur here? You can open that one, and I'll open this one here. So the first one is what?
That is the salted caramel.
Salted
caramel pretzel.
Here, we'll take a look at that. You can see the pretzel hunks on top of here. I'm going to take it here and show you. Now, I'm sure you guys have a test lab up in Lamar's, right?
Yeah.
And how often are you in there? How many times a day?
So, a couple times a day.
Of course you would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the boss. You should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we about 12 years ago, we, pretty traditional small town, had like 8 buildings around town, and everybody spent all their time driving around between buildings instead of getting to work. So we put everything under one roof, and I'm like, well, the first thing we got to do is put R&D in the same building as the corporate center. They're like, why? I'm like, because I want to walk down there and eat ice cream every day.
Exactly. So, again, talk about the perks of the job.
Which is really what we ought to do here.
There you go. Give it a shot there. And then this one here, this one is what some people wish that ice cream sandwiches looked like. Take a look at that one there. You got your chocolate wafer on the top.
That one surprised me. I really didn't think that was going to be one of my favorites.
Oh,
but the combination of that dark chocolate and the blonde wafer with the ice cream in between is just an amazing taste profile.
Try this one here.
Yeah.
Since you ate that one here, and again, I like because we left them out just a little bit soft, so it's like soft serve. What a great combo.
So if I ever have an opportunity to get you to Lamar's, which we're not actually supposed to eat product right off the line, but occasionally I send people out to get one and bring it in. That's what sandwiches are like right off the line. They're delicious. Ice cream is not quite frozen yet. Yep.
Okay, now let's take a look at these over here too.
Okay, so this is the
you have your chocolate, which everybody knows.
Best chocolate that has recently
the #1 chocolate ice cream in America, right?
Right, according to us anyway.
According to our official declaration today, the best chocolate ice cream in America. Via CW Iowa Live. So it's right here.
All right, well, I'll scoop you some, and you can tell me whether you agree with
And then I'm going to see this new one. Look at the new one. Here's the new one. PB and cones. What's this one all about?
Peanut butter with pieces of ice cream cone.
Oh, I'm going to try this one.
Well, you have to.
Yeah, I have to. Here we go. Look at this. Look at the striping on this, folks. Oh, we're diving into this, no question about it. Now, you guys are at the State Fair. Let's make sure we talk about that. And let's also talk about Jimmy Johnson here real quick. But at the State Fair, where can they find you?
So we're out at the Elwell Family Center, Little Hands on the Farm. You're going to find some Blue Bunny push carts around there. We've had a presence at the State Fair for a number of years and continue to just love to partner. We help raise some money for some of the charities that take our product and turn it into profits and reinvest. But we love, as you know, we've been here 104 years. We love doing business in the state of Iowa. I have lots of conversations with our governors about how much we appreciate the support that we get and the great business environment that exists in our state, and the opportunity to connect with consumers and Blue Bunny fans at the fair is awesome.
Okay, and we have a lot of motorsports fans that are watching us right now, and you're friends with Jimmy Johnson.
I am friends.
Is that cool?
I had never believed I would be able to say that I am friends with Jimmy Johnson.
7-time champion. Again, the Helmet of Hope. What is this all about? What organization is this?
Helmet of Hope is an organization, a foundation that Jimmy and his wife Chandra have. We help raise money for nonprofits that support K-12 public education. So the process is you nominate a nonprofit that supports education. Jimmy and Chandra choose 9 organizations. I think out of about 2,000 applications, they got to 9. We got to nominate 1 as the naming sponsor. Those 10 compete on social media for 10 days, and the top 5 vote getters get a $25,000 scholarship.
Wow.
Their name on the helmet, which was that he wore last weekend in Michigan. And an ice cream party, which the only reason people apply is for the ice cream party. Yeah, the money just is nice to have.
Added bonus,
and the notoriety.
Right? Well, you do great things, and we're awful proud of companies here from the state of Iowa, and we're awful proud of you. Mike Wells, it's been an honor.
Thank you very much.
Meeting you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, folks. Get this, the new ice cream, folks. You're going to love it. You're going to want to dive into it, folks. It's a PB and Cones. We'll be right back. Jackie live at the fair when we return.